What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host, Vernon. This is Lyons Lake. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gents, the wife and I made our way out to Lyons Lake. Also heard some of the people around here call it Lyons Lake. I prefer the more French sounding name, but to me it's potato, whether you call it Lyons or Lyon. It is, however, the lake right next to the A1, the big Trans-Canada Highway, and we made our way out here to try and target some trout. Now this particular pond gets on and off stockings of rainbow trout, brook trout or brown trout, and there are also perch in these waters. Now, even though we have seen this lake before, this is the first time we're going to be fishing it. And why am I telling you that? Well, quite simply, I want you to understand that never fished here before. I don't know where the deep holes are, I don't know how the fish are behaving, nor do I know what these fish eat. And that is rather important. That is why fly fishermen will always tell you, spend some time, look around, see what insect life is about, see what the fish are grabbing or not grabbing. That kind of gives you an indication of what these fish eat. Another great thing to do is ask some of the locals what they're using out there. You can kind of train fish over time, giving them the exact same food over and over. They kind of learn that they can eat that. That is why something like cheese would work in some ponds. But also do note, if no one ever throws out that particular bait, you might struggle to get fish on that. Alright, but for this particular fishing session, we're going to be using quite a different amount of lures and baits. I'm not going to go through all of them. We're going to see what we can get fish on, if we can get on any. So let's get to the fishing. Out of nowhere. Alright, so the wife is on a decent rainbow trout. Good looking one. Nice, decent sized fish. Not going to keep him out of the water too long. And off he goes. Good catch, lovely little rainbow. Now we've had a few small trout and some perch. That was the first decent fish. Changing to a couple different lures, throwing them around. But because it is summer, we don't want to keep these fish out of the water too long. It is a bit of a cooler day today. However, it's good to get the fish back into the water as soon as possible. Alright, so we have been throwing around all sorts of lures in every which way, trying to see what we can get and how the fish are reacting. Now I just want to quickly point out that whenever we were using something like a little inline spinner, but something that has both yellow and red, we seem to get follows and hits, and I'm thinking this is because of all the yellow perch. I think these small yellow perch is the main bait fish for these trout. So having something yellow with a little bit of red moving slowly, that seems to do the trick. But strangely enough, whenever going for something like this that's just a plain yellow little bass looking thing, no follows or hits on that. And even going for something natural like little dragonfly nymph imitation or something, not getting any hits on that. Now at the moment it is midday and it seems like the fishing has slowed down quite a lot. But I think it's just simply these fish don't want to be chasing around any more lures. So I'm going to change my tactics and go for a slower, smaller presentation. Let's see if we get some more fish. Alright guys, so it is midday and we're no longer seeing any fish following our little lures, so we're going to change things up a bit. After getting a couple of fish, we're going to put out some rods with some baits, sit and have some lunch or something, and we'll see if we get anything on baits. Wait for the sun to get a bit lower and for the fish to get active again. Quick release on that one. Alright, ladies and gents, this was not a very talkative video for one simple reason. It is a long weekend with quite a lot of people out here, and no one wants a noisy YouTuber talking the whole time. But that does not mean it wasn't an exciting day. We caught quite a lot of fish out there. Sadly, only the one big trout from the wife, but tons of fish nonetheless. But in the end, we did have quite a big multi-species day out there. When researching this lake, you will find that people often talk about the big brown trout or the trophy brook trout that can be found in these waters, but no one hardly ever mentions any of the bullheads or that little sculpin or goby thing. Still have to research what that was, and that is definitely a new lifer for the wife, one that I'm kind of jealous about. But at the end of the day, we caught quite a lot of fish, had a lot of fun. But for this video, please do give me a little thumbs up for all the fish we got out there. Feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting subscribe, joining my community. Alright guys, but thanks for following along. Like always, see you next time.